and Instagram. Let me see here, make sure to get this started. I'm trying to figure out how to get this onto Instagram here. So give me 1 second. Okay. All right, there you go. Okay. Good morning, Facebook and Instagram. I wanted to do this live session just because I wanted to share with you some of my process for how I get through some difficult times. And just like everyone else, I have my own ups and downs. And so I want to share this with you, and you can be in this space. I'm going to hold sacred space for everyone. You can join in, you can watch, you can do whatever you want. You can just leave it playing, whatever you want to do. I'll try to notice all the comments. It's hard for me to talk and go through the process and read the comments all at once, but I'll get to those if anyone has any questions. So the first thing, when we're going through something difficult, we are stressed, we're anxious, is to really start where we are. So this is something that I'll do every morning and every night. I'll do a meditation. And first is just to tune in with me, with my being. So I'll notice just like, how am I feeling first? And sometimes like, if you're an empath or intuitive or just like a highly sensitive person, you're a feeler. So you're gonna be feeling the world, not just like thinking about it, but like really feeling it. And right now with so much going on, so many people suffering, you may feel that weight of just like, oh my gosh, the world is hurting. And that can be very difficult for empathic people. But instead of trying to push it off, which creates a lot of tension in the body, the first is really to acknowledge it and to take a moment and to breathe that in. So I'll tend to like sit like this, and with my legs crossed, I might put my hands in my lap, or I might put them in prayer position, and I'll just add some breathing. So say I'm feeling the weight of the world, and I'll just start to breathe that and just to notice it. And then as I do that, because it can feel uncomfortable, this is a practice of being comfortable with what's uncomfortable, because we are naturally going to have ups and downs. There's naturally going to be some stress in life. So practicing like feeling that and being okay with how you feel as a human, as a person, because the reason that you feel hurt is because you actually care, you actually love. So to spend some time with your breath with that. And then as I do that, I'll add like this embrace to it, to really fully embrace whatever I'm experiencing. Now this can be hard, like if you're having very intense feelings. You do this really gently. And again, this is my process, so it doesn't have to be exactly what you want to be doing. But some sort of embrace, and it could be like imagining like angel wings, like wrapping around you. And let's just wrapping around the emotion and however you're feeling. So we're feeling this overwhelm or just all the suffering in the world, and imagining that there is enough love in the universe to really encompass all of that, to hold it and have a space for it, so that there's somehow this okayness even during like times where terrible things are happening. So, and then I keep going deeper, and to really feel, to step into that universal embrace, that love in the universe, I have to be able to open up my body. So I'll feel in my body, where am I feeling that discomfort? So it could be really common, like weight of the world, often we'll feel in our shoulders. So I'll breathe into my body. And sometimes I'll imagine like as if you have wings, to really expand them and stretch them out, because it helps to round back your shoulders, round the rib cage back, open up your heart, space for your heart, your physical heart and your lungs. And somehow when I do that, it's like I feel a bit taller, like my spine's getting stretched up and giving me more space to allow for these feelings, the physical feelings and the mental emotional feelings. And then you breathe in, so you're breathing into the feeling, and then you're breathing into the body where you're noticing those feelings, whether it's tension in the neck, the shoulders, the weight of what you're feeling. And then I do this all very quickly, but I'm just talking through how I actually will do it at home. It may not look like the same every night, but I want to open up the midline. The opening up the midline is so important because here we have all our chakras, our energy centers, but at all of those points, we also have our endocrine system. So pituitary, hypothalamus, thyroid, parathyroid, thymus, the heart is even an endocrine gland, the pancreas, we got endocrine glands in our gut, and then ovaries, testes, adrenals above the kidneys. So all of these endocrine systems. And so to be functioning optimally, so for our physiology to function, we really need to feel balanced energetically, mentally, emotionally. So this is that multi-dimensional perspective on how to rebalance. So to help open up the midline, if you imagine this line straight through, and I imagine it going up because that's usually how it travels, the meridian travels up. From the bottom, here's a line going up through you, right the center of you, like a beam of light. And just imagining that beam of light or feeling a beam of light, it could be white light, encompass all the colors, will help to open up that midline. And you may notice certain areas as you scan your body where it feels tight, like at the diaphragm often is a place. At the sacral pelvic area, that holding on feeling is a really common place. Again, the shoulder is really common. Tension here, worried eyebrows is another common place. So beam of light through your center. This will be really important for opening up everything. And then I also open up 2 other major meridians. It travels down the front and then wraps around up the back. I do this during treatments too for people. So this gives you a really amazing feeling of like, oh my gosh, I'm back in my body, I'm here, yes. So you got your midline, that light coming through, and then this circle, kind of oval coming through, and you can do it, imagine it on the body, like a little car running through, or even off the body for a bigger field. And to feel really centered, we keep going and balance in front and behind. So front of me and behind me. I walk through these things in the 21 days course too. So in front, I imagine that as being future, and behind me, I imagine that as being in my past. So if I feel too pulled to the front, it's like anxiety of the future. If I feel too pulled or the longing to the back, it's like that depression of the past. So I really want to be here in the moment. This is a moment-to-moment experience. The moment is only one that exists, and we want to be here. So I balance it like a weight in the front and the back, like a string, like a tug of war. So if it's tugging to one side, tugging to the back or front, then I'll balance that feeling. So then I feel right in the center. And this is really amazing. And this is like also in keeping, like you've balanced your chakras, your endocrine. I know I'm going through very quickly, but it's an amazing process. So now I'm feeling more balanced in front of me, behind me, and realizing I'm only here in the present. Now I want to balance right and left sides, your masculine and feminine energetically. Left side of the body is feminine energetically, right side of the body is more masculine. So this doesn't mean like who we are, like male or female, but it's more the energetic qualities of it. So the feminine is more the healing, it's the emotion, it's the non-linear. The masculine is, we still need both. So it's the being more practical, it's the financial part, it's the logistical part. So you need both to feel really whole in the world. So sometimes there's different ways to do this, and we go through this with the energetic you in one of the podcasts I did. But the same thing, if you just imagine like a tug of war, right and left sides of you, and I want to feel balanced right in the center. So many ways to do this. So now you get the idea. I'm feeling more balanced in above, below, heavens to earth connected, in front, behind, future and past. I'm right in the center. Left and right, left, feminine, masculine, and right in the center here too. So using both sides of my brain, using both sides of my body. This is so important for clarity, for focus, for feeling calm, peaceful, for development, for learning, you name it. So you take a nice big breath every now and then just to help release that. And then you go back to, so what was that feeling of that discomfort? I feel the weight of the world on me. But now here I'm more balanced in the center and I'm accessing my heart field. So all that universal love, that connection to all things. And we're allowing this gigantic heart field that's connected to the universal field to embrace this discomfort. And you can ask for help. And as you breathe into that, somehow it starts to process. There starts to be an okayness with feeling uncomfortable. It's that rainbow of human experience, of human expression. We're here to experience. And if we tried to numb it out, it would get stuck somehow. It would feel like a tension in our systems. It would feel like a block and flow. So what we want to do is learn how to surf that and to be with our experience, just like a little kid where they could have a tantrum and be out of it and love you and forgive you and be back to themselves, because our normal state is calm and peaceful, relaxed, joyful. So if we can allow whatever we're going through to process, it will only be temporary. There's layers and layers and layers of it, I know, but everything is only temporary. So if we allow some process and non-resistance, we go through it and it's only passing. We get to return to our neutral state of calm, peaceful, more joyful. And then I still haven't finished with my morning routine, because first I just wanted to be with myself, to start with where I am and use that as a platform, like a jumping board from a diving board from where I'm going to jump off from. Because here I'm going to listen to guidance. What do I need for the day? What is it I need to be of service for the day? It's a moment-to-moment process. I don't have the whole blueprint in front of me. I like to make plans, but all I really need to know is what I need, what steps I need today. And so I listen. And so for today, and yesterday it came, post that I will be here for you and share this process, my authentic process with you today. And so I listened to that. And then from there, I align my free will with that guidance, with that calling. Because then I'm aligned with that divine process. I'm here with my free will aligned with the calling. That's really amazing. Sometimes I have fought it sometimes. We're I don't want to do that. It sounds hard. I want to stay in bed and be comfortable and not have to show up. But when I do align, I imagine what it would be like to share, for example, this instant. And I imagine the feeling I would have if I did that. And I imagine it feeling happy and joyful. And if I wanted, I could add some EFT tapping just to work through some of the little kinks of the resistance to aligning my will with the calling. And as I do that, everything starts to feel a lot easier. I enter that flow and I'm ready to start the day. So that's my process for you. I wanted to just bring it out there. It looks like it has variations that every day. And I do that at night too, to kind of give thanks for the day and release anything that I don't need to hold on to. But I hope that you enjoyed that, and I hope that somehow that is helpful for you. But so much love to everyone, and I'll keep showing up for you and for myself. So have a great day. Love you all. Bye. Sorry.